I love this one. I love this because, look, I was going to talk about this one if nobody asked it anyways. Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, the braids are coming out. I already got my scissors, got me a couple scrunchies, trash can for the hair and for the haters, you know, either or. And I got me a little bit of Minute Maid fruit punch because when I talk a lot, I get thirsty, and I'm gonna be talking a lot in this video, so yes sir. Let's go ahead and get into this video. So I asked you guys to ask me questions, give me topics. Oh, and I'm also gonna do a length check, so I need to get my tape measure. It feels so weird doing sit down talking videos like this. I posted on my story, this was like last week, and someone was like, I miss when you used to do chit chat videos. And I was like, me too, but I'm always so talkative until I turn on the camera and I'm sitting in front of the camera. We're gonna wing it today. So this first topic is dating in Atlanta. See, about coughed already. That's God telling me to watch my tongue. Dating in Atlanta, you know, just like I've been said this, like no matter where you go, it is what you make it, and that applies here. Like your attitude is everything, but at the same time, here's my opinion on Atlanta, okay? Attitude is everything. However, dating in Atlanta is still, I want to say it's a mess too, but it really just depends on who you date. Atlanta to me is like a transplant city because, you know, it's always people coming through, always people moving here, moving out, you know, it's like a big melting pot. So as far as dating, I've just reached a point where I don't expect much of anything from anybody. I have been dating recently, but like on some light, fun, casual stuff, just because, I mean, that's just the best, that's the safest form of dating for me at this point. And I will touch up more on why later on in this video. But, you know, especially like in the gay community, being a black gay male, it's weird. Like, I'm gonna just keep it straight up. It's weird in that aspect. I feel like Atlanta is very small, which is weird for me to say coming from Fayetteville, but being here for a year now, like it is. Everyone kind of knows each other, not literally, but damn near. I feel like people do get passed around, but that's really none of my business, but it happens. And then just combine that with like swipe culture, Tinder, Jack, Grindr, Bumble, all of them apps, like it's easy to connect with a lot of different people. I will tell you that you do have so many different people that are accessible to you through apps, but at the same time, that same accessibility makes it so that no one is so quick to commit. With that said, recently I have been getting out, I have been dating around, but I have no expectations because I just feel like not half those expectations would be met at this point. Talk about your fitness body journey. So I've been getting a lot of DMs on my fitness journey, workout routine, all of that, which I'm going to get to it. And I have been working out pretty consistently. So I've always been like pretty skinny. However, this year, well, no, actually last year, I want to say towards the end of last year, maybe the end of November, early December, I was like, you know what? I want to work on myself. I've been working out since December. My goal was I wanted a bigger chest, like I wanted titties. I wanted to tone up my body, and I just wanted my abs to be like more defined, and I wanted to fill out my frame a little bit more. And so far, so good. I'm still not where I want to be. As of now, I kind of feel like, I'm not gonna say I'm losing my abs, but I can definitely tell that my body is changing. I'm gaining a little bit of weight. So, and you know, like as you gain weight, it's abs get tricky. But yeah, like I mentioned, I will post a workout routine, but I will also say, like, my workout routine is nothing crazy. Keep in mind, I have really changed up my diet as well. Like, I'm like 90% vegan at this point. I'm eating plant-based. The only thing that I have not cut out is cheese, but everything else, as far as dairy, like, I'm not eating it. Y'all know I've been stopped eating meat. Like, I just haven't given up cheese. But if you guys have, like, any cheese substitutions you guys could recommend to me, let me know. I have seen where some people have tried, like, vegan cheese, but I tried it myself, and it just does not, it's not giving what it's supposed to give. It doesn't even taste like cheese. So if y'all have like any recommendations for brands or whatnot, feel free, comment below, let your boy know. Someone said, I plan to do box braids similar like yours. How do you maintain them during the week? So I do not manipulate my braids like that, especially when they're still fresh. I do, like when I sleep, I like to tie them back in a loose ponytail, especially since like braids at this length, they can all fit in like a loose ponytail. But if you have like shorter braids, then just do multiple ponytails like throughout your head. And I just sleep with them like that. I don't cover it up. I have satin pillowcases, so it works out when I do it that way. I always spritz or moisturize my braids. Like I will kind of dampen my braids, and I will make sure to moisturize my scalp before I do any sort of updo, because if you don't, your hair is dry and it's already getting pulled on by that synthetic hair, and so it can lead to like just unnecessary tension and breakage, which really like it defeats the purpose of protective styling. So, and every single time I get braids, I do wash my hair, but I don't use shampoo. I do not co-wash. I always do an apple cider vinegar rinse, just because I feel like that's most effective. And then also, this is a hack that I recently tried just because I have a flat iron, so I figured I might as well try to use it. But I saw a hack on one of the articles where someone used a flat iron to like re-straighten their braids. Because you know, after a while, your braids, they get a little ragged and distressed and they'll like bend or whatnot. And some people like that look, but I don't. I could kind of finesse it with these braids because some braids have curls at the end. However, if you like want to keep your braids looking like really crisp and you have synthetic hair added, you can try to use like a flat iron and then just press over it, like stretch the braid a little bit, then press over it until it's straight. Or you could like go up and down as if you were straightening your hair, but you could try that. And like when I did that, I was doing that like a lot this past week because it was time for these braids to come out, but you know, I still had stuff to do, and then plus I wasn't ready to take them out yet. So you can try the flat iron technique as well. Just don't burn your hair, especially not the synthetic hair, because a lot of heat on synthetic hair, that shit will melt, okay? That won't melt, excuse my language. So yeah, that's just a little tip. Someone was like, have you ever considered shaving your head? Y'all should already know the answer to this. Hell no. Hell no. How has your life changed since living in Atlanta? Whew. Okay, so for me, things changed when I changed, when I matured, when I started acting more like an adult. I did a lot of inner work, and I feel like I kind of touched up on this in my last chit chat, which was a minute ago, but not gonna lie, y'all, I'm always doing inner work. I'm always reflecting. I'm always trying to figure out, well, damn, how can I do this better? How can I like, you know, be a better version of me? Like I'm always stuck on shit like that. I'm always stuck on things that I've done in the past, good or bad, thinking, okay, well, what could I have done in that situation? What can I do if I'm put in a similar situation moving forward, you know? Like that's the shit that I'd be on. I did a lot of that. I spent like a lot of time to myself in hermit mode, wasn't really talking to anybody. I did my shadow work, and yeah, I'm just like, I love the person that I am now, and I love the person that I know I'm going to become. And it's all about falling in love with, you know, that journey, not being obsessed with the end result. Because if you're obsessed with the end result, then I feel like it'll never happen, because you'll never be happy with where you are in the present moment. You feel me? So anyways, kind of feel like I'm going off topic. One of the notes that I wrote in my journal months ago, like at the start of the new year, was I aspired to touch people. Like, yeah, just touch and impact people just by showing up as myself. And I think that's crazy because that's how life has been working out to me. Like, people have come up to me and they're just like, yo, I love your vibe. You've just inspired me to do things that, like, I just want to do, you know? Like, it's nothing crazy. It's no, like, heartfelt, like, paragraphs or anything. But it's just, like, even in person, like, people come up to me and they're just like, yo, I love your vibe. Like, stuff like that. And that means a lot to me. Not so because, like, oh, yeah, like, I think I'm the shit. But it's just more like, damn, like, I really ain't doing shit that's unordinary except being myself, and I'm really touching like that. Like, basically, I just wanted to inspire. That's really all it is in a nutshell. Inspire other people by being myself. So inspire other people to be themselves and be unapologetic about it. I've learned to let go of a lot of things in life. My social group has changed, and I've outgrown a lot of people. Some of those people, like, it just naturally happened. Like, you know, you're not supposed to hang on to all of your connections, because some people are only meant to be in your life for a certain period of time. But then there are also other people that I just had to cut out because I just know, like, they just weren't for the betterment of me and for my future and where I want to go in life. This next question, y'all about to get a really long answer from me, because this gives me an excuse to talk about the things that I really wanted to talk about. It is, what am I most proud of this year? And I will say my confidence and finding myself. and just being myself unapologetically. And I know like that just sounds so, I guess, cliche, but it is what it is. Like, think about this. Think about the number of people who live their lives based off of the opinions and the approval of other people and not seeking things that genuinely bring them happiness. Even if it's something that's so unpopular, so taboo, so not trendy. Just think about it. Just think. So I held on to a lot of insecurities in retrospect, a lot of insecurities that weren't even mine. And I just started being really bold and prideful about myself. Not like in a bad way or a vain way, but I just started living that way instead of living in fear. Another thing that I aspired to do this year was carry myself at the level that I wanted people to meet me at. Because once you have that confidence and it's true, nobody can take that from you. No one can tell you otherwise. Many people don't even love themselves, so why give a damn if someone likes you, like what you got going on, like how you look? Why give a damn about someone else's opinion of you? Because a lot of times that person's opinion of you is really how they feel about themselves on some deep-rooted shit. I also went through 2 little situations with immature men that just really, it really shot my confidence. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And not my confidence in a way of, oh, I feel ugly. Like, when I look in the mirror, like, I feel ugly. Like, no, it's not that. It wasn't about looks. It was just more so about how I felt about myself. Feelings of inadequacy. Where I was in life, which wasn't a bad place, but it's like in my brain, I pictured it to be a bad place when it wasn't. Which that can happen when you get down on yourself. I was dating someone who at the time I didn't realize it, but in retrospect, like that whole little situation really like took a toll on my well-being. It's like things that I was genuinely interested in, me as a person, and things that I was passionate about. PSA, please date someone who is supportive of your dreams, your philosophy, emphasis on your philosophy, your hobbies, and things that you're interested in doing, okay? I know that's like so standard and so given, but so I did have a little stalker situation going on, and I feel like at one point, it was maybe for like a month, I didn't even feel safe leaving my building to like walk my dog at certain times of the day. But there was this moment, it was actually on my birthday, out of all days, on my birthday, yeah. So he pulled up on my birthday. No one can even get on my floor unless concierge lets you up. No one can come to my door unless I say yes. So when I got the phone call from the front desk saying this person's here, I'm just like, Nani? Like, huh? What? Like, I was genuinely confused, especially when I told this person, like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, I don't want none of these problems no more. Like, we're done. Yeah, basically he came up and proposed to me to start OnlyFans with him. Like, it was so, everything about that whole interaction was just so ingenuine. Like, and then at the end of that, he was like, oh, and happy birthday, by the way. I was fuming. Y'all see this sword? It's real. And I was ready to prove it at that time. Like, I was so upset. My cousin was with me at the time, but I just feel like, not gonna lie, I feel like things would have been different if it was just me and him. And it's just like the reason why I was so upset is because that was like the highest level of disrespect to me. On top of that, when I love hard. Imagine me, like, I gave my body, my time, my beliefs, my feelings, my generosity to someone just for it all to be thrown on the floor and just like stepped on and spat on, you know? That's how it felt. Especially when with all my connections, like, it's always genuine. Like, I'm always genuine on my part. I never like have any hidden intentions. I'm never trying to like get anything from nobody because everything I want, I can get it my fucking self. That was dead. And I remember I was on the phone with one of my friends, Thomas, and he was just like, you know, maybe you just need to take some time to yourself. Just don't get lost in your thoughts. Don't get lost in your feelings. And most importantly, don't lose yourself. And that last line really stuck with me because I think over time, I didn't realize it, but I was losing myself. Like, dead ass. I was losing myself. Not in that whole situation shit, but it was just like a lot of things piling on top of one another. And over time, like, I was getting out of touch with myself and things that I love doing. I lost my drive for a lot of things, including YouTube. I want to say like November, December of last year was like my low point. And I remember I was actually supposed to vlog. Yeah, I was supposed to do Vlogmas that year. It just didn't happen. I just didn't have the drive for it. I didn't have the energy for it. So I was also entangled with someone shortly afterwards. And the way that ended just like really hurt me to my core. Like, It really did, y'all. I reached like a really low point, and then this is like leading into 2021. I dead ass, it felt like the world was against me. I didn't even bother to take the time to like fully open up to other people around me who had never lived a second of the situation that I was in. So it's just like, why would I burden other people with my problems? You know, that's how I felt. Yeah, I just felt like maybe 3, 4, 5 months of just narcissism, gaslighting, never feeling seen, never feeling valued, never feeling appreciated by these people that I was genuinely trying to love on. Like I said, I lost my drive for a lot of things. Turning on the camera for YouTube felt like a chore, and I remember like I used to get excited about being in front of the camera, but it was just so different seeing me back then. Like, it wasn't even about the filming process because I could get through that, but in post editing, seeing myself on that screen and seeing through myself and how I felt and where I was at that point, it just did not sit right with me. It's like I couldn't even follow through with the shit that I wanted to create for my own happiness, for something that I worked hard for. That's like what I mean by I didn't have the confidence. It wasn't there. It had been shot. It had disappeared. It wasn't there no more. I had to do some searching. I was hurting. I felt betrayed. That isn't even everything of what I was going through at that time. I think it's easier for me to like comfortably talk about it in front of a camera now because I've released it, you know? I feel like it's hard to like truly move on from something, especially when it hurts you. Like, healing is a process. Grieving is also something that it comes and goes. Like, it's full circle sometimes. So I was also grieving as well for like the month of January. And like I said, like, I'm not the type to burden anybody with my problems, especially if they ain't never been in a situation like me. So I suffered in silence. I wasn't even taking care of myself the same way that I used to. And y'all know me, like, I like to pamper myself. Like, I like to pamper myself daily. I wasn't even doing that. Brushing my teeth and washing my face felt like a chore. But over time, I just made a decision to start embodying what it is I wanted to attract. And so, like, for myself, from me to me, I just started identifying myself as love. And it's not that I wanted to attract love, like, as far as a relationship. I wanted that in all aspects of my life. I started taking care of myself to the extreme, prioritizing myself, putting my needs first, putting myself first, like in all aspects of my life. And it may have came off selfish to some people, but I don't find self-love selfish. And if it's perceived as selfish to other people, then maybe you gotta work on you some more too. And ultimately, I just started embracing me to its entirety. So that's what I'd say I'm most proud of myself this year. And you know, it's only April, and the only way from here is up. Oh, this is a good one. What inspired you to wear crop tops and heels, and how has that impacted how people perceive you? I love this. See, I love this one. I love this because, look, I was going to talk about this one if nobody asked it anyways. So piggybacking off the last topic, part of embracing myself included doing things that made me feel good, doing things that I've always wanted to do things that I used to do, and just doing things that made me feel like the best version of me. So as far as the crop tops, first of all, I've been working on my body like hard for 5-6 months, and I'm proud. I'm proud of where I'm at. For a period, whether it was due to my upbringing as a child, my surroundings, my peers, the school I went to, and just me simply not doing it, I just didn't wear crop tops. And honestly, y'all, I really don't deem it as the big deal that it is, but it is a topic that a very popular topic actually that I got a lot. But I found some heeled platform boots that I was just drawn to. I liked them and I got them, and I started wearing them with a sense of pride. Started wearing less and going now more. Yeah, that's me. That was me. That is me. But what's crazy is the backlash that I was getting, particularly on Instagram, because I wasn't posting on YouTube at this time. But I had a video on Facebook that kind of went viral. Well, not kind of. It did go viral. And you know, Facebook is like it's a different platform as far as like the people who use it, the age group and all that. So I was getting some messages on Facebook, but mainly Instagram, and they weren't very nice messages. Y'all just know how controversial things can be, especially as a gay black male, especially for me, like some of the things that I do, which is cool because At the end of the day, not everybody's gonna like you no matter what you do, no matter how you portray yourself, so it is what it is. So I had a little block party. Like, I just started blocking people left and right. I just got tired of people telling me how to look, how to dress, how to talk, how to carry myself, especially when these same people weren't doing shit for me. I just started embracing myself, doing things for me, doing things that I've always wanted to do. And I guess from the outside looking in, as far as society is concerned, it comes off as me trying to push a feminine agenda or be girly or be a woman, which number one, I think is like a load of bullshit, because we all got masculine and feminine energy within us, and if you disagree with me otherwise, you can click off this video right now because you dumb. It was never about me trying to portray myself as being feminine, because prior to that, like since my YouTube channel, that's how people perceive me anyways. I was talking to my cousin, we were basically discussing this exact topic, and he was asking about like the crop tops and stuff. And I was telling him how, like, you know, in my day-to-day life, nothing's really, well, actually things have changed. Like, I get a lot of compliments. Like, I get a lot of compliments on my style. I get a lot of compliments on my body because I'm showing more of it. I was telling him how some people mistake me as a woman from the back. I guess just due to my figure and like the fact that I wear crop tops. It's like, it's funny to me. Like, it genuinely doesn't bother me, because it's just like when I turn around, when I open my mouth, when I introduce myself, I carry myself as a man. I am a man. Additionally, men in heels is nothing new. Check your fashion history. It's just not what people of this generation is used to seeing, nor are people collectively comfortable with it. But what the fuck do I look like dimming myself to make other people comfortable? Y'all can answer that, because I don't know, because it's not happening. Someone said, what is one hobby and thing that brings you joy? Like all of the above, almost everything that I've talked about in this video. Let me be more creative. I used to play piano, so I purchased a white digital piano. Love it. I play it every day. I picked up a hobby for painting, which the majority of you guys should know about by now, but I really love painting, which is crazy because I used to be into traditional art when I was younger, and I used to draw like anime characters and stuff. But I kind of grew out of that just because I think at the time I just didn't see a lot of progress in my work, and instead of just trying to make myself better, I just gave it up altogether. But actually, I remember I was a senior in high school, and things could have gone very differently because I was supposed to go to school for graphic design, and I wanted to like get into digital art later on down the line. And I was still doing traditional art at the time too, but my YouTube started to pick up, and I was like, well, I'm gonna pursue YouTube full time. But now, since I'm like more of an adult and I'm like rounded myself into better form, I feel like I can handle doing YouTube and just like doing art too, because like at the end of the day, I'm an artist. Like, I'm very creative. I've always been creative. Plus, I feel like expressing my talents through the outlet that I've used and built on for years, like that's just another way that I can inspire other people to do the same thing, which is be themselves and do things that they love the most. Someone asked, when were you born? I was born December 11th, 1996. So we have the same birthday, just a little bit older than me. I was born December 11th, 1998, so birthday twins. Have you ever thought of pursuing fashion? That does sound fun, and I'm not gonna say no, because you never know. You never know. Never say never. I could see myself getting into styling, but as of right now, I don't really identify my sense of clothing as like fashion. It's just more so like my style. And there is a difference between fashion and style. To answer the question, I've thought about it, but not heavily. Someone asked, okay, so how do you deal with parents that are homophobic when you're a minor? This is a good one. Y'all snap. Like, y'all coming through all the questions. And these are like questions that I don't have to sit and ponder about, because like a lot of these things, like I've lived through it. Like, I've gone through that. Not as far as like homophobic parents, because my parents weren't necessarily homophobic in a way, but growing up, like my family for the most part, it is a Christian-based family, you know? So there's that. I was put in Christian schools like all my life. So I feel like I'm gonna answer the question, but I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of backstory so you can understand my answer a little bit better. That being said, I had to conceal like who I was, and I lived in fear, kind of, you know, piggybacking what I was saying earlier in the video. I lived in fear. Like, I felt like I really couldn't be me. Being a minor, that is, you know, that's a completely different ball game, because just like doing whatever the hell you want to do, especially when you're a minor and your parents still looking after you. So that is a little bit more scary in that aspect, which I definitely do. I get that. But my question for this question would be, do they know you're out or not? Either way, they're gonna find out at some point. And I would just say, save yourself the trouble and just start being you early. Just start early. I know it may seem so scary, so hard, but you know, when you start showing up as yourself, naturally the people who aren't supposed to be in your life. So if it's homophobic parents, which I don't put labels on people anymore, I don't put labels as far as family, because family can be the most toxic people to you. So if you gotta remove yourself from your family and start a whole new life, then it is what it is. But your parents can't change you. Their beliefs can't change you, because you are who you are and you were put on this earth to be exactly who you are. So I would just say stay strong. Being you in that aspect just isn't doable at the time, then you know, just do the best you can, stay strong, and don't even stress about it too much. Like, there are so many problems in the world right now, so being scared of what other people think of you for what you do with your that down there, it's like, it's only as big as you make it. But not gonna lie, just sitting here in front of the camera and just like listening to myself, like just get everything out, like it feels so good, because I haven't done this in so long, number one. But number two, I couldn't have. I feel like I'm someone, I can't address things in my life that are bothering me until I've sat with it, I've dealt with it, and I've released it. Yeah, I just remember so vividly putting in my journal. And this is like when I was still like down at my lowest point. I was like, you know, if anything comes out of this, whatever happens like in the future, all I know is I do aspire to inspire other people just from being myself. I know that has definitely been the case, particularly on Instagram, Facebook, just like meeting people in person and networking that way just around the city. But it just feels good to sit here and talk about this, because YouTube is like my biggest, like that's where my biggest audience is. So yeah, we literally have 2 more. This is going by so fast. I've gotten so good at removing braids, y'all. It's because I keep my hair in braids all the time. So, oh yeah, speaking on my hair this year, I'm gonna make a whole video kind of breaking down my hair journey the past year, because it's changed. Like, my outlook on a lot of things as far as hair care. For me personally, not like in the natural hair community, but just for me personally, things have changed. My hair has basically been in hibernation mode, which is another reason why my YouTube videos kind of came to a halt. But I also just wanted to do other stuff too, and I stand by what I meant. Like, I'm doing other stuff. Yeah, I really just wanted to keep my hair tucked away, and that was around the time when I wasn't really taking care of myself like that either, so protective styling it was for me. But it feels like it's been so long since I've just worn my hair out and free for like an extended period of time, because like what I would do was I would do protective styling, and then I would take my hair out, right, and I'd let it breathe, but maybe for like a week, and then I'd braid it right back up, or I'd get some sort of style. And I also think that had to do with the fact that my confidence wasn't there. Number 2, my undercut was growing, like, it was growing in, but it wasn't at the length that it is now. So when I would wear my hair down, it just looked a little weird, because I would have all this hair at the top, and then I would have like a TWA up underneath, and it just wouldn't lay the way it used to. And then when I'd pull it up, that would still be a struggle, because a lot of my hair just wasn't long enough to fit in, you know, my pineapple that I usually do. And I didn't want to wear headbands and head wraps all the time. I just didn't like the way. I like them, but I don't like wearing that all the time. I just like wearing my hair free, loose, and just how it is, you know? But the curls are back. My scalp actually feels pretty good. So that's how I know I've been taking like really good care of my hair while I was in these braids. So we're gonna do a quick length check. I'm going to measure the sides, which is my undercut. It's been over a year since I've decided to grow out my undercut. We've been on this undercut journey, so. Wow! Yo! Wait, hold on, is this right? Yo! So the sides of my hair, oh my gosh, y'all, look, yo, it's about to touch my collarbone. Give it another month, this will be touching my collarbone. So my sides, this right here is 9 inches, like it stopped dead ass at 9 inches. We're gonna do like the lower nape section. I feel like, I've always felt like this has grown the slowest. Okay. So this stopped at right about 7, so I was right. The back, like this lower nape section, it grows the slowest for me. I don't know why, but I'm gonna take a little piece from this side too, just so that I can measure both sides. Okay, so this side stopped at 8. So this piece stops at 8, so Yeah, I guess my undercut is anywhere between 7, 8, and 9 inches. I'm going to wrap up this video here. We have come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this, I don't know, I hope this helped somebody or just made someone feel better about themselves. I'm not sure how many of you guys can relate, but if it's even one person and it helps somebody, then this video wasn't a waste. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. My head looks a mess. Do not forget to leave a like, drop a comment, make sure that you are subscribed. I'm trying to hit 200K like soon, so we're gonna get there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm about to wash my hair. I will see y'all in my next video.